Karen Huger, it came out in the Washington Post that the prosecution, first of all, is seeking 6 months of jail time. She was facing up to 2 years, but they're only seeking 6 months. What we found out from the prosecution, a couple of things, that this is literally her fourth DUI. We've talked about that, but they're confirming that this is Karen Huger's fourth DUI. They also confirmed that they don't believe the rehab facility that she went to was an actual rehab facility. They said it was more like a luxury resort. I'm not surprised by that. Karen has been playing in our faces. Layla, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I remember when I was reporting this, that particular weekend, I was doing 2 stories regarding DUIs. It was her and Leandria Johnson. And Leandria Johnson had spent some time in jail. And I was like, it's only fair. You know, people go to jail for DUIs, especially if it's like their second offense onward, like they go to jail for it. And so when I was reviewing the footage of Karen, which I feel like we're going to get deeper into the footage, you know, regarding her, if she was with someone, you know, but I felt like, okay, Karen is not special. I know she thinks she's George Jefferson's concubine or what have you, but she is not special and she thinks she is. And so that has to be clarified for her. She has to understand that she's not special. She can't get away with drinking and driving. And my thing, you know, dealing with like alcoholics and things like that, if you want to be an alcoholic, fine. If you have a predisposition to alcoholism, fine. But when you get behind the wheel of a car, you bring other people into your mess. And that's what I take issue with. And that's why I think she should go to jail, just like other people. Like I was saying, Leandra Johnson, other women too, go to jail for DUIs. So yes, she should go to jail. Clink, clink. Yes. And when it comes to the 6 months, and they make you take your wig off in jail. So yes, take the wig off, go to jail, talk to the women, and get a reality check. Even with it being 6 months, I feel like at the most she'll do a week, because even when they, you know, say it needs to be 6 months, you know, they don't do the whole time. So if it's a week or two or what have you, yes.
Ooh. Grace, what is your reaction to all of this new information that came out over the weekend in regards to Karen Huger?
So I do believe that it was not a rehab and that it was just some kind of luxury vacation spot, because she even said on part 1 of the reunion that she's not an alcoholic. So if she's not an alcoholic, what would she be doing in a real rehab? You know, so I do see that being a thing. And I too think that she should go to jail. And like Layla says, it most likely won't be the 6 months, although I think it should be. But I feel like a minimum of 30 days, just because of what she said in the body cam footage, like, you know, so brazenly, like, oh, they'll probably give me like 30 days. All right, let's give you the 30 days and see how cocky you are, basically.
Yeah. I just find it so shocking to me that the prosecution is only seeking the 6 months, because I don't even think that's enough, especially this being her 4th DUI.
Yeah.
Or she could have killed someone in between those times. They're saying that the first 3 happened between 2006 and 2011. I don't understand. And I don't know if it all happened in Maryland, because I know from what I've heard from multiple people is that Maryland is very serious about drinking and driving. So I can't imagine that happened there and she did not get jail time then. And the fact she still has a license.
Yeah. It was probably Virginia.
Okay.
It was probably Virginia. Yeah. But what do y'all think? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, wait.
Well, I feel like we're gonna get to it when Ashley was like, she heard that there was somebody else, that Karen actually wasn't driving, that it was Blue Eyes or somebody driving, and that they tiptoed away. What do y'all think about that?
I did a whole video because someone called in and pointed out some of the language that Karen was using during her arrest. And there might have been clues, because she talks about, you know, security was here and that just but again, she's drunk. So it's hard to take what she's saying seriously. Wow. And if there was someone else there, why have we taken it this far? That now you're going to go to jail for Blue Eyes?
That's crazy. Especially knowing
you're going to go to jail for Blue Eyes. That is some deep love.
That's crazy on her end, but that's not love on his end. A man that would let you go to jail for him does not love you, because I feel like a man's instinct in a relationship with a woman, typically, it should be to protect, right? And so the fact that he would let her take this charge, if it's the case, right, knowing that she's got prior issues, is insane. And I feel like that's also why, if she should get more jail time, right? She's bragging about being this rich woman. She's got security, she's got a driver, yet somehow she's racked up multiple DUIs. It's just, it doesn't add up. It's very weird. It's very disrespectful.
Would you guys take a DUI for your man?
No, not even for myself. Would you?
My man don't even drink.
No, because first of all, very like what Leo just said, I don't even drink. So why would I be sitting here taking Can you imagine you hear Kempire got arrested for a DUI? I'm like, wait a minute. I thought he don't drink. Because then all of a sudden, now I'm Mia. I thought he didn't drink. So it wasn't me. Or I've been set up. Okay? I've been set up.
Yeah.
So in regards to this, I don't know if I believe that 6 months is enough. I was just talking about this last night, that I feel like even if she does get jail time, I don't think Karen Huger has learned her lesson. I think she needs to be punished at the network level, because I think that's the only thing that's going to get through to her. Because I don't believe that she really feels like she has a problem. I think she's doing what she needs to do, rightfully so, in order to get lesser time. But I don't know if I believe that's going to be enough. What do you think, Layla?
Oh, I mean, jail is my worst nightmare. I have to be honest with you. Like, I think about jail almost on like a daily basis. I do. I don't want to get into why, but
Nobody wants to go to jail. Nobody wants to go to jail.
Right. You can't do anything, but 6 months I think would be appropriate. She has to see the bars or the door close on her to get it. Like her ego is out of control, and she doesn't get that she is just like everyone else. And like I was saying, other people I report on regarding DUIs, they go to jail. Yeah. And Karen is no different. I know she's an older woman, but I mean, she still could have killed someone, so she needs to go to jail.
And she wasn't thinking about those things. Mind you, she knows her record in regards to the past DUI. She knew about this video footage, and I don't think she thought that the world would end up seeing it.
Mm-hmm. But when you're drunk, do you remember exactly? I don't know if she remembered that it was that bad because she was drunk. You know what I mean?
They show you the video footage before they present it. Her legal team saw this video footage before they went to court. She knew that's why they were trying to get it thrown out.
Yeah, but I do think she needs a reality check. Either the reality check could be jail, or it could be a season sitting out from the show. Either one of those two, I think, would give her a reality check. But if she's not in jail, sure, she can come. Oh, should they make Karen a friend of? Would that give her?
No, I don't think they would do that, because when you're a friend of, you really don't have to give a lot, and that's another easy way out for her.
I feel like it would give her a reality check, though. Like if she was Giselle's friend, or Wendy's, or we can't say Wendy's friend.
But if she was Sharice's friend, if they give Sharice a flute again, they make her Sharice's friend.
I said this last night when I was covering Karen's DUIs and her sentencing and things like that, and I said I think the only thing that's going to really, really hold Karen accountable, it's not even jail time. It's going to definitely be giving her a season off. Because if we look back at that body cam footage, the whole grand dame and all, like this ego, this classism that we saw from her, it's all coming from being a part of this show. I think she definitely should not be a part of the show. Focus on actually taking care of yourself.
Yeah. I agree.
I have a question. Sorry, Kempire, you as a HR from the HR world, and you, Layla, as someone who really loves law and whatnot, do you think that could open Bravo up to retribution, right? Because we have had other housewives have DUIs and have kind of like belligerent videos leaked, most notably Luann. And I didn't watch the Shannon of it all, so I don't know how that turned out. But like, I don't think they had similar punishments. So if they were to start that with Karen, would that open up like, the possibility of a lawsuit? Or is it different because, Yeah,
they would have to definitely be, because she went to rehab, that sort of saves her in regards to them just letting her go. But they could also frame it as, we're going to give you time off so that you can focus on healing and things like that. But I talked about that as well yesterday in regards to the possibility of like, well, that might be a tight situation for Bravo, but at the same time, they don't have to renew her contract.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. I've always wanted to ask.
Layla, your thoughts?
I mean, I think that's a good point because I do think Shannon's accident was worse because Shannon hit a house. If I'm not mistaken, Shannon hit a house.
Yeah, she tipped into a house and then kept going.
And she had her dog in there too, like a living being with her.
And you know how people feel about dogs. So yeah, I do think that's a good point. It could open them up to a case of retribution. If Karen was to sue, I don't think Karen would sue though. I think Karen's main thing is being on the show, being the grand dame on the show. Even though she said she's coming back as Karen Huger, I don't necessarily believe her. So I think you're right. I think it could open up Bravo. If they were to quote unquote punish her like that, it could open them up to a lawsuit. Yeah.
Yeah. We shall see. We shall see. But stay tuned. First of all, thank you, Layla and Grace, for being here. Again, please remind people what's coming up for you and what they should be on the lookout for. We'll start with Layla.
More celebrity news and nostalgia. Today, I'm talking about Megan Good and Jonathan Majors. I still feel like he's a narcissist. I feel like he's love bombing her family now. So I have a video coming up about that and just some other celebrity news and nostalgia.
Okay, great report.
That is so exciting. I'm tuning in like always. I still have the morning report happening every single weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about the day's hottest topics and recaps of Alec Baldwin's new show, The Baldwins, with Hilaria Cucumber Baldwin. And we've got season 2 of Gypsy Rose's show coming out in March. So that's going to be recapped as well.
Sidebar, in regards to what we were just talking about when it comes to Karen, I wonder, I mean, when we talk about Shannon and her DUI, we also have to remember that, first of all, again, we don't know if Karen's going to receive jail time and how long that jail time will be. But also, in regards to this is her 4th DUI.
Yeah.
Karen needs help.
Yeah. The last time we were live, someone gave us that tea in the comments because we were saying, you know, I think Sharice had said it and Robin had said it. And I remember somebody gave us the tea in the comments. Yes, this is her 4th DUI. And that's why I say, yes, she needs to go to jail. She needs a reality check. But I also think it's something too that people saying, even if he wasn't driving, I do think blue eyes might have been present. Karen in that wet hair, I said it before, it gave me after shower. Like I was intimate with this person and then I took a shower. I'm delusional. I showered with my wig on. I do feel like it was something there. I feel like it was a man involved.
Really? I mean, they're going to talk about it in part 3. Grace, do you think was involved?
Yeah. I get it and I like the theory, but my thing is if she was at his house and then they did the do or something and then she showered and she was already drunk, so the time was already had and she's heading home, how would the guy get home if he's driving her to her place? Does he pull up in the driveway? Wouldn't like the Black Bill Gates be looking out the window, maybe drinking his evening tea? That's the thing. Like, how would he get home? Right? Like, that's the one thing I don't get.
When we talk about agreements, and I mentioned this with Gordon, I think sometimes older men who are not as sexually active do make agreements with their younger wives. And I do think Ray has an agreement with Blue Eyes. Same thing with Gordon. I think it's okay. I think it's open relationships, basically.
And mind you, she gets into this accident, and the first person she calls is poor Ray out of his bed. I don't know what time this was, but it was clearly nighttime. Poor Ray out of his bed, and you can tell he seems a little. You know, when you get a little older, you become a little bit more fragile. He seems a little shaken by all of this, and Karen is inebriated. I felt so bad for Ray.
I did too. Ray was like, leave me alone. Like, can I go back to sleep? Maybe she had a few beers, you know, what have you, but can I just take her home?
Yeah.
He tried. He really tried. He really tried.
Can you guys see him divorcing her after all of the 4th DUI or no?
I don't see it. Layla?
I don't think he's ever going to divorce Karen. I think he's just, and I know it sounds bad to say, I just think he's old and like, this is it. You know what I mean? Like he's made his decisions.
Damn.
Shan, thank you so much for the super chat. Shan says, "Hey y'all, Karen needs to come back so that she can get all the smoke." But here's the thing: I know fans feel that way, but do we want her to get all the smoke, or do we want her to actually get better?
Both.
They it this far to the end of the video, then I think you like my content. So make sure you subscribe and check out my channel. I have over 1,000 videos on my channel. Check out my playlists and my podcast, and I assure you, you will like more of my content.